man's fault. New house, bitchin' lady, cute dog. Here we go. There's the house. New roof. Barn.
Hold on. I'm gonna help you, remember?
Yeah, you get this. I gotta be the man.
You are the...
Okay, check this out. So I just took some black spray paint, brand new bag. Looks like a piece of shit, doesn't it? Like an old garbage cart. Wow! Check that out. Here's Leroy, Mr. Rule Breaker. What are those?
discs for the insulation. Got me excited.
So this is the top corner, 5 acres. Goes back and down this way. A big semi came through here before they put up the guardrail. That's why I've got this little ash here growing, and I think there's a dogwood back there, which is pretty beautiful, but nothing big. Took them all out. Just stopped at the corner of the house years ago. So yeah, frightening. Got these little spruces, and then I think I'm gonna let the sumacs, there's staghorn sumacs that thrive on the sides of these roads. You can see all the babies here that they chopped them away, but I'm gonna let them go nuts, and it'll be a sound barrier. Look at these wacky ass stairs. Oh, there's the well. Jorge and I pulled that out 80 feet out of the ground to try and check the pump, because off a generator it wasn't running with the 250 volt amperage it supplied or whatever. Because once I got power, bang, she came on like a champ. Changed her bolts, fixed the clamp. She's good to go. The water's really nice and clean. A little sulfury, but that's how it's always been. Because I got to work on our skirting, but right now it's basically providing a gutter, because what we're doing today is insulating. And oh look, I put in this little deck here, cannibalize these stairs. These stairs were initially coming down like so. There's the other half, and I had a meter that was this 10 feet off the ground. So I either needed to put a deck under or lower the meter. There's all kinds of no slack in there. So forget all that. I said I'll put a deck, and then we're eventually going to wrap it around. And as you'll see, the back is a beautiful elevated deck. It sort of creeps out into the forest. Some insulation. That was all free. So it's got this janky T111 on there, but I'll be dealing with that. It's got vinyl brick. The vinyl siding is going to be a vertical board and batten rough sawn, but you can see the deck juts out and then comes in here 8 feet from the house, I think 9, and then there. So there's Mabel. She's amazing. This is the old mother maple. I named her Mabel. She's something else. Breast diameter height at 4 feet is almost 60 inches. She's got to be at least 200 years old. A real beauty. That's what the house was so cheap. You can see I got that tiger paw shit hanging over just because the vinyl. This branch fell. You can't see it from this angle, but a massive set of branches came down and went, ripped that, and then all this was hanging down to the floor. That last section, you can see I got that new headpiece in there. 2 2x4s for now, because it's all rough sawn true dimensional 2x4. But anyway, it went, and down there's little pockets that collected shit. The whole stain was in here, scared tons of people away from the sale of the house. I fixed the rafters. There were 3 or 4 cracked rafters in there, sistered them up. I didn't want to take a camera in there. You know, I just wanted to more get it done because the snow is about to fly. We got the roof on. Now we're doing this insulation project today, which I'll get to. But this forest is something to behold in itself if you enjoy that kind of thing. We've got massive, I mean, here one of these kings in the canopy, or shall I say queens, is this black cherry. Behind, you can see there's a downy hawthorn with spikes. They're super cool. But this is a black cherry, and its breast diameter is almost 40 inches. Even those 2 legs, there's still select veneer up in there. It's crazy. I'm not looking to cannibalize this, but I'm learning a lot from this land, and they're pretty common. There's blue beech, ironwood, which are also called hornbeams. Well, these are then hemlocks, and they're one of the only conifers that can thrive in the shade. So they kind of take over, and we have this darker black forest in here, which you can see no other species can really penetrate. Kind of for that reason, the cherries need super mega light, you know, full sunshine. So there's some babies. Here's an ash. There's no signs of the ash borer, the Asian longhorn ash borer beetle, I believe it's called. That of course is a baby, but there's some huge, I mean, this is an entirely well-developed system of a true forest if you read some of the interesting new research about their communication and stuff. This is a mastermind. I mean, you can even feel from the fungi network and stuff, the ground is actually really soft. These ferns are all dying now, of course, because of the season, but they just flourish. There's 10, 12 species here. It's crazy, and they coexist. There's some anomalies. It's insane. I mean, I'll show you these logs. It's out of season, as some might regard, because things are going dormant, so it's not as lavish and colorful. But look at this. Now even we have American beech coming in. There's another one. See, it's still got its leaves. American beech, which have not really taken a hold around here. There you go, another massive black cherry. Not the oldest, but up there, you know. And then you get to the big hemlocks here. So again, a lot. It doesn't seem like it's doing much, but these hemlock forests get really quite dark and thrive. So I'm taking out some of these dead limbs. You can see there, I've already started. We're gonna bring more light in and have some various even gardens within, because I have southern and northern exposure. The sun goes like this. It's beautiful, absolutely wonderful. So here is the creek, but look at this. I mean, now there's leaves everywhere, but look at the quality of this old mossy log. It's so thick. I mean, there's a lot to be learned from this forest. Coexistence, solutions, patience. It's really quite something, you know. It's hard to see. Just dug in some little steps. It's so nice bathing in here. I've already started the polar bear club. It's just me. Get butt naked and live the dream. Back to it as we were supposed to be. So things are great, you know. I'm flowing like the stream. It's just, I didn't want to pump out a bunch of vlog stuff in that because it would slow me down, and it was really good to get out of the loop, you know. Even the Facebook feed and what, you know, the algorithms are saying I should care about, or, no offense, you make beautiful sandwiches, but I can't look at them, you know. It just fills my head with with stuff of, you know, it takes me away. It takes me out of, I guess, what I'm doing. And this is a big push and one of the momentous occasions in my life. You know, I can shovel the driveway. So every piece of wood that I split is mine. You know, I don't have a rent tax. I don't have a, it's very just bizarre and phenomenal. I can't wait. We haven't even entered the barn yet. So, you know, I've got this here fountain of youth and life. So clean and beautiful. But check it out, all over the forest. See this? This is a hornbeam coexisting with 2 hemlocks. Same thing's happening over here. How do you like that? And we can't do it. We gotta figure this out amongst us. We got thumbs and shit. These trees, man. They're far more evolved than we are, and they got it. Look at this. Yellow birch. Those wicked roots. Ha! Oh, yeah. There you go. See that? Coexistence, baby. Gotta love it. Hornbeam, hemlock, 2 hornbeams. Magic. The sanctuary. Let's go check out the barn. I guess part of the point is, you know, to dig in and truly get to where I need to be. You know, I'm not trying to be reclusive, but I also need to gather my thoughts and turn the volume down. So, pursuing this has set me and Jorge and Leroy up to expand and learn and grow. You know, because I don't think these gauges we've been given by the masses are exactly accurate. It's like someone came in and stole our gauges, our calipers at night, and replaced them with new ways of thinking many years ago. You know, most people work to save up in a social security that might just be a fart in the wind before you're even able to get at it. And then what? We're used to preparing for what? Retirement, which is equated often with an open schedule. Well, you're just gonna turn into a ball of plaque and die. You know, it's really not desirable to me anyway. And I don't mean to be judgmental on anyone's sense of happiness, because that kind of infringes on my belief that that's a right if you don't hurt anyone. So, I'm just saying there's amazing things. Hey, it's still on. There's amazing things to do. You know, a willingness to always, like, what do you got to do? You have to, like, you have to prune a tree, right? Every year we have to shovel our driveway. You know, these things that we get used to, I think you can load it into a place where it always exists and you're always growing, and then in fact you're always receiving. So, we'll see how it goes. But I'm fucking psyched. That's for sure. Here it is. The barn. That Saturn came with the house. Just gotta find a key for it. Oh, and a title. But look at this goofy ass siding. It's all 5/4 rough sun. It's a shame. I'm gonna pull all that bullshit off. I got a lot of work to do here. That threshold is just a mess. Look at this nightmare. I don't know what was going on here. Must have been a performance art piece, but it's just a bunch of dust collecting to me. Pop that down. The stock's still good. I do need to beef this floor up a little bit. And I'm not too crazy about this ass end sitting on 4x4s only. So I think I'm gonna beef that up. I'm actually just gonna dig down in the back and probably hog them together. Some big lags, put another one next to it, and then distribute with some bracing. Not, you know, I think this is kind of a bare minimum gig, but for the price, can't beat it. I got some lumber for repairing free foam. This is only half of it. Again, you'll see that project underneath. But here we go. There's the house. One of the old upper windows. But here's what's cool, man. They wired it up. Whoa, hey now. Bit of an echo. It's making me nervous. It's all wired up. They were gonna divide this into like a living space, I think. I got outlets every 8 feet, which is cool. And then I want to run air all around with tits to plug in anywhere. I got a bit of an issue here. I want to put metal on this thing ultimately, but I got 2 bundles of shingles. But how awesome. This thing is monstrous. There's the car. The sweet birch right there. Whoop. And then the big sweet birch is over there. You guys are gonna get pissed, but I love this forest. Was that right or what? Look at how big she is. She's like the mama tree of the whole forest. No hugs. We took off this limb here. A nice clean cut. She seems happy with it. Alleviated, it was even bigger than the 2 of these. You could see her about the same size. To alleviate the stress here now, because there's a little crack in her crotch here, but I think she's healing up beautifully. Slowly, of course. This is an ash pole. This here is like a 14-foot ash tree that was dead, and I lopped it down. And I don't know what that will be. Another post, you know, I'd like to make this place look like a dang wonderland. She's amazing. My dad said chop her down. Yeah, right. You know what happened then? That's like killing our king. That isn't evil. It's a hard reference. It's a stretch because I don't have a contemporary reference for you. But I do plan on building a few lean-tos. All of these rocks were buried around this rhododendron, and I just saw them and placed them into this creepy position that looks like a small human emerging from the ground. Gives me hope. So let's do it. Installation.
Did you show the branch?
Yeah. There you go.
So beautiful.
And here's our insulation. Free! 2x4 by 3 inches thick. Hey, Bubba, we'll be back, okay? So that's the shit vinyl skirt, but it's doing the trick to prevent air from blowing. But you can see, I mean, look at this. Bah.
There was a little chipmunk hanging around.
Here we go. Wow. That stuff has just been tiled up all the way in. See that?
Where's the other light?
Furnace. Went right over the plenum and everything. Got the BX up and notched in there. It's just gonna trap air. These are trusses. There you go. So this is the leading edge now. And they're fairly deep. I got about 16 in there. And they're wood. They're not the steel trusses. They're all 2x4 trusses, which is a nice sign. 2x6 walls. So here we go. Staggered joints, right, all the way, and it's hitting the edge of the rim joist where it meets the sill, which is cool. So it's blocking that. Boom, 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 boom. And then some patchwork on under here, but that's just a tapered drain. No real worries of freezing.
Strange things are happening.
What do you think?
I love it.
Me too. It's pretty fun. You know, normally when I used to install air conditioners and heating systems with my dad, we had to leave as soon as it got nice. So that's why this is a little bonkers to me.